Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this lesson video, we're going to talk about adjectives and the different degrees of adjectives such as positive, comparative, and superlative. Of course, this is under English grammar. Grammar is very important because it leads to effective communication and understanding. Ma'am, what happens if the grammar is incorrect? Certainly, this could lead to confusion and misunderstanding. That is why we really have to try to see to it that our grammar is correct. So, of course, adjective is part of the English grammar. It's actually part of the different grammatical categories or parts of speech. Let's try to find out what it is. So, adjective is a part of speech or grammatical category that describes or makes distinctions. So, for example, long hair. So, we have there long. Delicious meal. We have there delicious. Okay, adjectives also modify a noun or a pronoun or the so-called subjects in a sentence. For example, we have the adjective happy. Happy children. Usually, adjectives precede nouns. So we say happy children and we do not say children happy. Sentence, the park was filled with the laughter of happy children. So we have there happy children. Another is we have this sentence, the children are happy. So notice the format or the statement pattern, SLVC, a or adjective. We have the subject, the children, the linking verb are, and the adjective happy. Happy describes the children. So the children are happy. So similar with the concept that we have presented at the upper portion, adjective plus noun. But here, the adjective is preceded by a linking verb and of course, before it is the subject of the sentence. So the word happy modifies the subject children or describes the subject the children. Now let's have the degrees of adjectives. So we have three here, positive, comparative, and superlative. So say them with me. Positive, comparative, superlative. When do we use the comparative degree? When we are comparing two persons, places, things, or events. When do we use the superlative degree? If we are comparing three or more, three persons or more, places, things, or events. So look at the different samples here. We have those in black, those in blue, and those in red. Clear? To form the comparative, we add the suffix "er". A suffix is a syllable added at the end of the root word. So clear is added with "er", it becomes clearer. Superlative, we add "est", so it becomes clearest. Effective becomes more effective, most effective. Good is irregular, so we cannot say good, gooder, or more good. Rather, we say better, best. Okay, so those in red are certainly unpredictable. We have to memorize. If something is unpredictable, the key there is familiarization and memorization. Now let's take a look at the forms. So basically we have regular forms and we also have irregular forms. Regular forms, we have these combinations of "er" and "est", more and most. So certainly if it is regular, it is predictable. For example, the comparative is "er", automatically the superlative will be using "est". If in the comparative we add more, automatically in the superlative we're going to add most. We're not going to crisscross like "er" and then "most" or "more" and then "est". No, if we use "er", automatically the combination would be "est" in the superlative. Okay, we have here tall, safe. These are adjectives which are one syllable. So one syllable adjectives. Tall, safe. If we have one syllable adjectives, automatically we use to form the comparative and we use est to form the superlative. So we say tall, taller, tallest. Safe, safer, safest. Near, nearer, nearest. Cute, cuter, cutest. Strong, stronger, strongest. Okay, so take a look at that. So automatically, I repeat, one syllable adjectives use and est. Now we have adjectives which have two syllables, funny, complex. There's no fixed rule here. It depends. If it is sometimes, the keyword is awkward. If it is awkward, that means it's not it. Like complex. We don't say complexer, complexest. So it's about familiarity. Okay? Funny, drop the y, change to I, then add est. Hence, funnier, funniest. Complex, more complex, most complex. Informative. So there are four syllables here. Automatically, we're not going to use or est. Rather, we're going to use more or most. So we say more informative, most informative. Expressive, expressive. So three syllables, more expressive, most expressive. So the number of the syllables can actually guide us as to which form we are going to use, whether the form or the more form. So they are automatic combinations, as I have mentioned a while ago. But don't say more clearer because it's really redundant. There are two. We just have to select one, whether it's the or more. But we don't put them together. Much more clear. Most clearest. Most. And then est. So that's double superlative already. More clearest. One is comparative and the other is superlative. No, it's incorrect. So her explanation is more clearer than his. We don't say more clearer, we say clearer. Her explanation is most clearest than his. So there are two being compared here. Certainly it should not be the superlative. So rather we're going to use the comparative. Her explanation is clearer than his. If you wanted to have the superlative, we have to compare three or more. So we could say her explanation is the clearest of all. Okay, for example, she has a clear presentation that's positive degree. Her presentation is clearer than his comparative degree. So there are two being compared there, her presentation versus his presentation. And for the superlative, her presentation is the clearest of them all. So there are many. One versus many. Okay. Take note, use the article the or the before the superlative degree because it identifies the specific person, place, or thing with the highest quality. For example, this is the oldest tree in the park. The oldest. She is the most interesting person in the event. So we have the most interesting. Okay, automatically, if we're going to use the superlative, whether it's with est or with most, we have to add the article the or the. How about the irregular form? Because we have the regular forms, which are two, we have one irregular form. For example, these adjectives, good. We don't say gooder or goodest, but we say good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Many, more, most. Little, less, least. Much, more, most. Far, if it is extent, we say further, so it becomes you, further, furthest. But if it is a distance, far, it becomes farther, and farthest. So there's a difference in the pronunciation. If it is extent, we say further, furthest. If it is the distance, far, farther, farthest. Okay, I hope you understand it. Let's try these. So we have here different given items under positive: bright, beautiful, honest, kind, bad, curious, friendly. You have to give their comparative and superlative degrees. You have 1 minute to work on this. Timer starts now. Okay, we are now to check your answers. Bright becomes brighter, brightest. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Honest, more honest, most honest. Kind, kinder, kindest. Bad, worse, worst. Curious, more curious, most curious. Friendly, friendlier, friendliest. Did you get 14, guys? Because we have 7 items. So 7 for comparative and 7 for superlative. So did you get 14? Okay, that's very good. So I hope you learned something from this lesson. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell for more lesson uploads, practical tips, and anything educational. Have fun learning!